students. I hope you are preparing hard for your exams as they are coming very soon. So, today we are here to solve some of the past year's questions of Indian Economic Services, as you can see written on the board. So, I'm going to read out the question to you, and you can download the questions from the official site of UPSC, and you can also find the link below in the description box. So let's start. So this is a question from the long answer section. Let me read it out for you. The question says that suppose there are two countries from a free trade area and also decides on imposing a common tariff on their trade with the rest of the world. So we have to demonstrate that whether such a preferential trade agreement raises or lowers the economic welfare. So let me just shorten the question and summarize the question. So this says that there are two countries who are operating and into a free trade, and they are imposing a common tariff for trading with the rest of the world. And we have to analyze the net economic welfare, that whether such a tariff imposition is a good thing or a bad thing. Let me also tell you a few characteristics of this type of question. So this says the answer has to be written within the 300 words, you cannot exceed it, and the marks is 15 to 20 marks. It varies depending upon the years. So watch the video till the end, because after discussing the answer, we are going to discuss some of the special tips that you need to follow in order to crack this exam. So let's start. Starting with, they said there are two countries who are operating in a free mode of trade. So two countries, they are into free trade with each other. I'm not mentioning that. And the rest of the world, I'm writing rest of the world as ROW. I hope you can follow it. So rest of the world, they impose a tariff, right? Now what I'm doing is I'm considering this particular thing as one entity and the rest of the world as the second entities altogether. Now we have to understand that what this tariff actually means. The word tariff. Tariff means what? Tariff is something, to understand better or in an easy manner, we can consider it as a transportation cost. It is similar to that. Now, once a country who is imposing this tariff, generally it is the importing country. So you need to know the basics of the tariff, that what it is, when it is imposed, by whom it is imposed, and etc. Because once you are aware with the theory, then you are able to answer the particular questions. So coming back to the definition, tariff is somewhat an analogous to the transportation cost, and it is generally imposed by the importing country on the exporting country. So what it happens, the basic motive of imposing a tariff is to reduce the importation. So in order to reduce the importation from outside, the one thing that the government can do is to increase the price of the imports. This thing the tariff does. And there are many other trade policies that are being taken up by the government in order to restrict the import from the outside world to the from the rest of the world. So here the tariff is imposed by these two countries. So what is happening, that these two countries who are doing a free trade among each other, they are facing a higher price of the import. And what is happening, this tariff actually benefits the rest of the world. How? Because this imposition of tariff on the rest of the world actually lowers the price of the commodities that are being imported from the rest of the world. Okay, so what we can find from this whole discussion is that tariff leads to changes in the prices of the import for the importing country, and it also changes, rather lowers the price of the exporting country. The question asks us to find the net economic welfare. So we have to find that whether this imposition of the tariff actually increases or lowers the economic welfare. For this I'm going to take the help of a diagram. So here I am measuring the quantity and here I am measuring the price. Now once we know that this is a tariff case. So the tariff is imposed when the demand is higher than the production or than the supply. So that means the curves for the demand and supply would look somewhat like this. So this is our supply curve and this is our demand curve, remarked as S and D. And this is the equilibrium. Okay, I'm not coming to that. Now let's say before imposition of tariff, the price is PW, that is the world price. Okay. Now since the two countries who are doing free trade among each other, they have imposed a tariff on the rest of the world. So as I said that the imposing country's price of that particular commodity increases. Let's say it increased to PT. And I also mentioned that due to this tariff imposition, it also leads to reduction in the price of the exporting country. So let's say the exporting country's price reduced to PT star. Okay, so PT refers to the domestic price. Why I am using the word domestic? Because the two free trade countries who are involved in a free trade country, they are the importing country. So I am considering them as the domestic country and the rest of the world as the foreign country. Okay, so PT is the price after imposition of tariff for the two free trading countries that they are facing, and PT star is the after tariff imposition price facing by the rest of the world for the same commodity. Now, so earlier as I said, this was the autarky price. Let me mention it. So PW is the autarky price, that is the free trade price. So here the demand was this much, D1, and supply was till S1. Now after imposition of tariff, the price increased for the two free trading countries to PT, and it also lowers for the rest of the world to PT star. So we can also find that PT minus of PT star is the tariff rate. Let me denote it with T. This is the tariff rate. Okay. Now for the two free trading countries, they are facing an increase in supply to S2, right, because the price has increased and it is intersecting the supply curve over here. And we can also find that there is a reduction in the demand from D1 to D2. Now try to follow the diagram very minutely. Earlier the import was this much. Earlier import was equal to D1 minus of S1. Okay, what is this earlier? Before imposition of tariff. And after imposition of tariff, we find the quantity of import has reduced to only this much. You see this, the bolded line? This is the amount of import that is happening after imposition of tariff, which is the basic motive of imposition of a tariff. that is to reduce the volume of import. Okay, I hope the diagram is very much clear to you. Now let me mark some of the important areas in order to understand the net economic welfare. So I'm marking this portion as A, this small one as B, this rectangle as C, and this small triangle as D, and this rectangle as E. Okay, and I'm erasing the rest of the things. Okay. Now, so I've already mentioned that the tariff, let's say T, is the difference between the two worlds price, between the two prices. So, due to this imposition of tariff, there has been a changes in the price. So, these changes in prices affect some of the group of people in a negative way and some in a positive way. Let's take a look at that, and that will help us to tell us that whether the ultimate net welfare is positive or negative. So who are this group of people? There are, broadly we can always find, there are consumers and there are producers. Let's take a look at these two group of people first. So talking about consumers, let's discuss them first. So in the importing country, they are facing an increased price, so they are worse off in the importing country. But consumers in the exporting country, they are facing a lower price, so consumers in the exporting country are better off. So talking about consumers, for the importing country, they are worse off. So this is the importing country. And for the exporting country, they are better off, right? So this is how the consumer group is dealing with the tariff. Now let's come and discuss the effect of tariff on the producers. So talking about the producer, okay, now producer in the importing country, they are facing a higher price, that is PT, which is higher than PW. So being a producer, they are better off because now they are selling the same product but at a higher price. So that is why their revenue is increasing. So the producers are better off in an importing country. So for importing country, producers are better off, and in a similar way for the exporting country, what will happen? They will be worse off. This is happening. Okay, so this is for the producer. Now, here the tariff is imposed, right? And tariff is imposed by whom? The government. So here, in order to analyze the welfare effect, we also have to include government into our scenario. The third party that is getting the effect, that is the benefit or the cost, is faced by the government. So here for the government, as he is imposing the tariff, so he is earning a tariff revenue. Okay, and what is this tariff revenue? It is the amount of tariff, that is the tariff rate. It is multiplied by volume of import, and let's say our volume of import this time is QT, the bold area. So that is QT, therefore I can write the tariff revenue as T into QT. Okay. Now, so this is all about the theory that we need to know. Take a look of this theory in terms of this diagram. What I said, the producers in the importing country is gaining. So gain of a producer, we capture it through the producer surplus. So the producer surplus is A. So producer is benefiting and therefore the increase in the producer surplus. So this is increase in producer surplus is given by this A, because earlier the price was PW, now it has increased. What happened to the consumer surplus? The consumers are losing, we have already mentioned. So here A, B, C, D is the total consumer surplus that are being lost due to imposition of tariff. Earlier the price was PW, now the price is PT. Okay, so this whole area is the loss to consumer surplus. Reduction in consumer surplus is A plus B plus C and D. One more group is there, that is the government. As I said, the government is earning the tariff revenue. So tariff revenue is equal to T into QT, we have already mentioned. But here if we try to take a look in terms of the diagram, it is, see, this is the tariff area, the difference between the two prices, and this is the volume of import. So in terms of the diagram, the tariff revenue is C plus E. Okay, and this of course is increasing. Now the questions ask to find the net welfare. So the net welfare cost, it is the loss in the consumer surplus minus the gain in producer surplus minus the gain in the tariff revenue. So once we substitute all the values, we get something like this, and ultimately we are obtaining this thing, B plus D minus of E. So this B plus D, this is the efficiency loss to consumers and to producers. And what is this E? E is the terms of trade gain. Why it is said as gain? Because the tariff lowers the price in the exporting country. So there is a gain. That is why we have this B plus D minus of E. So this is the total net welfare cost. Now, in order to tell us, in order to conclude that whether this imposition of tariff has a positive or a negative impact on welfare, we cannot directly say it by looking at these variables. So, the net effect on the welfare is very much ambiguous. It depends that whether this B plus D, that is the efficiency loss, is greater, lower or equal to the terms of trade gain. So on that our net welfare depends. So as a concluding remark, we can write that it is very much ambiguous for us to conclude whether to find that there is an increment or a reduction in the net welfare due to imposition of tariff. Okay, now time for the tip. So when you are reading the question, you always have to think of completing the answer in a very compact and a crisp way. So don't overwrite and manage your time in a very efficient way, because every second counts in an exam hall. All the best to your exams. Keep preparing, and if you have any kind of query or doubt related to Economicspedia or any area of economics, please feel free to contact us at our official mail ID, that is ecopedia08@gmail.com. You can find it below in the given description box. So with this, I'm signing off for the day, and let us know if you have any of your preferences that you need us clarify or help you on that particular topic. Stay tuned to Economicspedia for more such solves on the past year's question and many other economics related field questions as well. Thank you for watching this and see you in the next one.